Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, it's great to meet you. I'm Stella, and well, today I'm trying something a little different. I've been wanting to make one of those miniature brick houses. You know the ones, right? I mean, they're all over my YouTube feed. They're like tiny houses, but they're built just like real ones, with bricks and foundations, you know, the whole thing. And I've always been curious to try, but let's be honest, I'm not a builder and I have no idea how that stuff actually works. So when I found out about these kits, I got pretty excited. You're supposed to include everything you need and be beginner friendly, so let's give one a try. Now this is the kit I got, and I'll link it in the description if you're curious to try it yourself, and it came with a whole bunch of stuff, so obviously there's a manual and it actually seems pretty detailed, so that's a good start. And let's see what's under here. There's a lot of stuff. So we've got a measuring cup and some wooden stirrers. There's also a bunch of tools which I didn't expect. Ooh, there's even a paintbrush, glue, and I guess this is for sanding. There's a little bag with plastic doors and windows. These are for the roof and everything is labeled, so that's good. Okay, so I've found the bricks and they're so tiny and cute. Now let's see what's in these buckets. So the bigger one says foundation mortar, so I guess it's for the foundations. This one is for the bricks, and this is plaster. Last piece. Okay, so this is the base, I think. Okay, so this is everything that was in the box, and I kind of get now why it was heavier than I expected. Anyway, let's start building, shall we? Now, according to the manual, the first thing to do is to prep the workspace, so I'll do that, and then we can get started. Okay, I'm back, and as you can see, I've covered my desk with my very professional multi-purpose tarp, and I also grabbed an old clipboard to build the house on, so I can move it if I need my desk. Okay, so here's the base. Now the first step is to mix the mortar for the bricks, and I'm using the bucket that came with the kit and tap water. And this is it. As for the bricks, they come in three sizes. We've got these longer ones, the regular ones, and these half bricks. And I gotta say, I wish the short ones were in a separate bag like the longer ones. Now the laying bricks part looks easy enough, but let's see if it actually is. I'm not sure exactly how hard I should push this down. Okay, so first brick gone. This is so excited. Now the whole process is definitely straightforward. You just have to spread the mortar on each brick and lay them one after the other. I used a small putty knife to spread the mortar and the bigger one to scrape off the excess. And unlike real homes, you can actually lift the house and rotate it anytime you want, which is really useful. And the first three layers are the easiest because they basically follow the edge of the base, except for this part right here where the stairs will go. And just so you know, if you try to make this, you are going to get your hands dirty, and your sleeves too. So this is the first layer, and the second and third layers work the same, and of course the bricks are staggered, like each one starts at the center of the brick below. And these are the first three layers, which should form the foundations of the little house. Next up are the stairs. The kit comes with these wooden parts that you put together to make a sort of mold for pouring the concrete, and that's the next step. So first you gotta place a few bricks like this. Then these metal thingies, I don't know what they're called. And now it's time to mix the mortar. Now, the manual says to use a metal spoon, but I didn't want to use the same stuff I use for, food. So instead, I grabbed this old plastic spatula, and since that didn't work, I switched to an old wooden spoon. I'm gonna say mixing the stuff has been the hardest step so far because I have literally no upper body strength whatsoever. Not gonna lie, this looks a little gross. Now, the mortar turned out pretty thick, so instead of pouring it from the bucket, I'm using the spoon. This really feels like preparing a very unappetizing cake. But at least this one won't give me diabetes, so that's a win. And I struggled a bit with the stairs because the concrete kept flooding out of the last step, so maybe I made it too liquid? I don't know. Now, at this point, you're supposed to let the concrete dry for about 12 hours, so let's hit pause and I'll come back tomorrow. I'm back! Now that the foundations are done, I can start building the walls, and this is where these tiny half bricks go. And making the walls is basically the same as the foundations, except you have to leave some empty spaces here and there for the door and windows. And I gotta admit, I wasn't as precise as I would have liked, so I used a sanding block to even everything out a bit. And yes, things got dusty. Now it's time to add the plaster. And okay, so I went a bit rogue here, because you're supposed to add plaster to everything, but I decided to put it only on the floors and inside walls and keep the exterior walls bare because, well, if you've been on this channel before, you may know I love a good exposed brick wall, and I'm not building a wall out of miniature bricks and not letting it show, right? Bear with me. Okay, so this is low-key my favorite step so far. It's like frosting a very firm cake. Okay, so now I'm gonna let the plaster dry for a while and then I'll be back. Now I didn't really spread this evenly at all, but that's okay because you can just sand the plaster until it's nice and smooth, and let me tell you, this is so satisfying. And yes, I definitely spent more time and effort sweeping the floors of this mini house than I do on the real floors of my actual home. Just don't tell anybody, please. Time to paint! Now, since these bricks are white and I like red bricks better, I'm starting by painting the exterior of the house. And my way to paint bricks is to start with a base color and apply it with a paintbrush and a sponge. And once I have the base, I start painting some individual bricks here and there in slightly different shades of red and brown. Now I'm painting the porch area. And I decided to leave the inside walls white. Now it's time to add the doors and windows. I decided to paint the doors frame and handle for an extra detail. And then I realized I didn't really like it, so I wiped off the paint from the frame and painted the inner part instead. I painted the windows in the same way. Now let's place these into the walls. And okay, so at this point I decided I hated the color of the porch, so I tried to tone it down with some gray paint. Finally, I printed one of my printable dollhouse floors to use inside the house, and you can find them in my shop if you like them. And now, last but not least, the roof. This should be the easiest part since it's so similar to how I usually build my minis. Now I gotta say, according to the instructions, you're supposed to glue these first and then add all these parts, but I found that for whatever reason they didn't really fit, so I glued all these first and then I added the other two. I also switched to a good old tacky glue because it's my fave for wood. The rest of the roof is actually very easy to make, though again I'm probably biased because this is something I'm more familiar with. And for this part, I went a little rogue again because I realized it was easier to glue these slats together first than one by one. I really like this white paint because it's very opaque, and one coat is enough to get the complete coverage, so that's good. Oh, and the kit included this cute tiny chimney, and I decided to paint it so it's kind of similar to the exterior walls of the house. Oh, and at this point I noticed that the top of the chimney looks kind of flat, so I painted it black to give it a bit of dimension. And this is my finished little house. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was kind of all over the place, but this was just me having fun. And of course I'll drop a link to the kit in the description if you want to try it yourself. Thanks for watching, see you next time, bye!